Hello, hello. So I'm just going to do a really quick Quizlet tutorial for you guys to help with how to use different features in Quizlet. So I'm here in my class, Humanities 101, whatever class that you're in, you're going to see different things, you're going to see different quizzes. But just for this tutorial, I'm using Humanities 101, and I'm going to go into Unit 3, Egypt. So here I am. I can see all of the terms and definitions and pictures here. I can scroll through and get an idea of what I need to study. And this is also where we have the star option, where you can click the stars to correspond with the stars that we've given you in the definitions. I would recommend doing that. And then once you've clicked all of your starred stars, go up here to this bar that says study at the top. You can already see there's some little cards up here, but we're not going to pay attention to those right now. So if you would like to use flashcards to familiarize yourself with the terms and definitions, here we are. Once you go into any of these study sets, you'll see options down in the left-hand corner. So for flashcards specifically, you can choose to see the term first or see the definition first. So if I say I want to answer with the term, I'm seeing the definition first. So I would see the definition. This is the stone stele inscribed with hieroglyphics, and then I would click the card to see that it is called the Rosetta Stone. Keep going, I get the definition here, and then I can click to flip it over and see how familiar I am with these terms. I can also change it to see the term first, answer with the definition. So I see the term, and then I think to myself, who is Nefertiti, or what is Nefertiti? And then I can click on it and see, oh yeah, she was the queen. So going back, that's pretty much how you use flashcards. These arrows down here allow you to progress or go back. You also have options here to only study the starred terms, and those are not the ones that we put the stars in the definition. You have to go in and click and make the star yellow. So that's that. And you can also have an option of audio if you want your computer to read you the definition and the terms. So yeah, so I'm going to go back. So we've covered flashcards. Now I'm going to go into Learn. Learning is my favorite option because it tells you how many terms there are, how many you're familiar with, and how many you have mastered. So you say, got it, and now you're here. It gives you the definition. You start by clicking the correct answer. So I know this one is Coptic. It's going to give me a green smiley face. God of the Sky. Let's say I don't know who this is. Oops, it tells me to study this one, and it gives me the proper answer. Over here I can see that I'm familiar with the one that I got right. I have 6 remaining in this set, so Quizlet will break this down for you so that you don't have to sit forever and go through every single term. It breaks it down into like 10 or something terms, and then you can keep going. Down here again are some options. You can see you have different options for the Learn section. So you can say you want to answer with the term. Always be answering with the term, because once it starts to give you some fill in the blank options, you don't want to have to type in the entire definition. Question types. Learn will sometimes give you flashcards, multiple choice, or written questions. I would suggest going with those multiple choice and written questions. The written ones where you have to actually fill in the blank are probably going to be the most beneficial for actually learning the terms. But yeah, play with this, and again, you can decide if you want to study all or just the starred terms. And then you also have an option here to reset your progress, so if you want to just start all over again. So yes, that is how you use Learn. As you can see here, it's starting me off with some fill in the blank, or some, sorry, multiple choice, and then it gives me a fill in the blank. So I've already answered this question as a multiple choice. Now it gives me it as a fill in the blank. So it gets a little bit more difficult as you progress. Okay, so then you've got writing here. These are all fill in the blank answers. I haven't used this one as much, but if you decide to use this, remember to always have this setting that you're answering with the term. You can choose to study all or the starred, and you have that audio option if you want the computer to read it to you. Spelling if you want, but oh, type what you hear. Yeah, don't use this one. The test option is another good one. I highly recommend the Learn tool and the test tool and the flashcards just for like getting you familiar with the terms. Tests are great, and they have some really great options here. If you're not a person that likes to do stuff online, you have an option here to print your test, which will generate a really nice paper test for you with pictures and everything, and then you can print it for yourself and fill it in with a pencil at your own time. If you decide to print your test, you can also, after you've printed it, go down and hit check answers, and it will give you the correct answers. So then you've got your printed test and an answer sheet so that you can check your answers afterwards. Right now I got a 0 because I didn't fill in any of these answers, but it gives you kind of like an answer key, which is nice. Some options here for written responses, matching multiple choice, true and false. Right now, my test is only generating 20 questions out of 100 that are actually on Quizlet. So I can change that and say, please give me all 100 questions. And then if I am short on ink on my computer and I just want words and not the pictures, I can get rid of those images. I can say I want to study all of them. If I click on starred, I think it would change this, but we might have to refresh at some point. Always answering with the term instead of that definition, because the definition is too long. So let's create a new test, and boom, now we can see all the questions. And this is kind of nice too, because you do have those stars that we put in for you, so you can see, oh yeah, this is an important one, these are really important ones. And feel free to fill this out on your computer and submit it, and it will tell you how many you got wrong and how many you need to keep working on. Or you also have that option to print your new test. So yeah, this is a really great tool. And I just want to see if I say I only want to do the starred, create new test. Yeah. Okay, so right now I've only starred a few that correspond with our stars, but it will just give you all of them if you max that out. Oh yeah. All right, So let's go back. And then I'm not sure, I think you guys have the option to do match and gravity. These are fun kind of interactive games. The live I have because that's only available for teachers to do interactive things with in class. But match is fun. You can start the game and then you have to match the word with the definition here. And if you get it wrong, it'll just bounce off and tell you you're wrong, and you try to do it as fast as you can. And it's fun. Oh, let me show you again. You have options here. I guess not many options there. And then for gravity, this is a fun game as well. Before you start gravity, it will give you the options. Make sure you're answering with the term because definitions will be way too long for you to type. And then you can set easy, medium, or hard, all are the starred terms, and then say let's go. And as the meteorites fall from the sky, you have to type the answer as quickly as you can. And if you get it wrong, it just kind of keeps falling down and then the planet will be destroyed. So that's kind of fun. Oh, 4th century. I was wrong. And then I can just say, I type it in and it lets me keep playing. Anyways, that is that game. Alright guys, sorry this video went a little bit longer than I hoped, but hopefully now you understand how to use all of these different learning tools, and I hope that it helps. Alright, take care.